You got to get back to ground zero. Get back, take it all down, strip down the different things. I mean, you have all these layers, and sometimes that's great, but in this sense, I'm getting it's complex. You're trying to don't do too many things, and unfortunately, not every one of them is helping the other. Well, hello, Virgo. This is Don, your favorite attorney and real estate investing psychic medium, giving you your reading for the week. Let's take a peek and see how we can help you grow your family, grow your happiness, and more importantly, grow that financial nest egg. If we can do it, we're going to show you how. So let's see what Spirit Universe is going to conspire with us to share with you. On the bottom of the deck is, a nine of swords. No, it's three of swords, three of swords. Ooh, this is not a good week for you around people. Okay, this is a week where people are going to be looking after themselves. They're going to be insinuating themselves in your situation and maybe not to your advantage. So make sure you pay a little attention to what people are doing and saying around you, and make sure that if something comes up, you fix it quickly, that you do not let it fester. Do not let it linger out there, even when you know it is not true and you're like, oh, well, it's whatever. No, not this week. This is not a whatever week. This is a week where you face it, you take it on. If somebody says something that's not accurate, make sure you step in and correct it. And do not correct it later. Correct it then. If somebody's coming at you, go back at them. This is not a week to be weak. This is a week where you have to be giving strength, meaning strength with strength. Knowledge with knowledge, benefit with benefit. And if they're going to be distracting too. Don't worry about it. This is a week. So again, we need to make sure we keep a track of our environment and the people in it. This is not a week to take that lightly. Okay. The next card is your energy. It's the top of the deck. And your energy for the week is all over the place. You are distracted. What is this? What is this? All right, Virgo, I need you to get focused, okay? You may have been thinking about this and this and this and this, and they may be great ideas, but how many can you do at once? How many different things can you do at once? You're overdrawn. You kind of overstepped maybe in that sense. And so you know what? Maybe it's time to start cutting back. Maybe it's time to say, look, I need to focus what I'm doing on a core group of things or a core thing, if it's even one. You got to get back to ground zero. Get back, take it all down, strip down the different things. I mean, you have all these layers, and sometimes that's great, but in this sense, I'm getting it's complex. You're trying to don't do too many things, and unfortunately, not every one of them is helping the other. And more importantly, none of them is serving you as best it can because you're taking away from one for the other. So I want you to think about this week. How can I deconstruct what I've created? Get rid of the things that do not serve me, the things I know empirically don't serve me. I'm not saying to do the whim. It's like, oh, I don't feel good about this. No, it's not about feelings. Go look at some empirical data. What's working for you? If you are on social media, if you're a social media influencer or you're doing social media stuff, are those numbers good? Are you getting what you wanted? Are they giving you the benefit you want? If they're not, you got a problem. Maybe you need to discuss that. And you need to take a realistic look at that, okay? If you're looking at business, if you're looking at business and you're doing some business, are those numbers good? Is that business producing? Is that part of the business producing? Are you getting one side that's doing better, one side not? Do you have to just get rid of one side? Is that how it is? Do you have some products that are working good and some that aren't? Look at your marketing. Is your marketing working? Are you doing good marketing? Are you really out there shaking those trees, or are you kind of letting the winds kind of take you to wherever? There are many questions here. And again, if you're all over the place, let's break it down. Let's get it down to a very simple process moving forward. Get it down to one or two things that you do very well. And if they can cooperate, or if they can work together, if they can be orchestrated together, that's even better. Like say if you're a website designer and you design websites, well, that's something you can do and make a business at it. But can you do it on large scale? And how do you then use your knowledge of social media, which is again part of the websites, to build your business? Okay. If you're not being able to build that business, then you need to figure out why it's not working and then either fix it or jettison it. Okay. If you're on social media and social media is part of the way to get your business, why isn't it funneling properly? Again, that should be a funnel. They call them funnels, and this should funnel business to you. If it's not, how's the funnel failure? Is it the social media itself that's failing you? Probably not. It's probably the way in which you're using it and how you created your funnel to send that business through. So change your funnel. change your mechanisms, find what works, figure out what isn't working. And again, you're probably all over the place. So again, get it down to one simple message, one simple thing, one simple way of getting out there, and then find the ways that support that. Okay. Your next card out is the Hermit card. That makes sense. Absolutely. Because we just talked about it. Focus on one thing, get back to what works. Get back to get back to your path. Get back on your path. Focus on what is serving your best interest, what will work for you, what makes sense for you. And when you get back on your path, when you get back to bringing it down to what works, don't be surprised if it takes off and you're like, wait a minute, I'm trying all these other things and they didn't work. I'm doing everything. And yet I do one thing and now this one thing works. How is that? But that's because, again, your focus and your energy, when you put it out to the universe that this is what I'm doing and this is all I'm doing, they don't have to support everything else. They just have to support this. And the people will line up behind you, which is great. We have the Strength card. It's going to take strength to do this. It's going to take strength to have the confidence that if you jettison stuff that isn't working, even things you felt wonderful about, even things that you were confident with, if it's not working, it's not working, plain and simple. So the question is, has it failed you because you were, again, so overworked and so overwrought and so much other, or has it failed because it just isn't a good business model? It doesn't work. So when you make that decision, be strong enough to cut ties if that's the case. If you need to move on, move on. Again, you have to do what's best for you and your business. Decisions will be made. That's the two there, the 2 of Wands. Decisions will be made, and you will ultimately make the decisions you need to make. Question is that going to be good or bad? We're going to find out again real soon. The 9 of Swords is here. It's going to take a while for that to work itself out. It's going to take a while for it to figure out, did I make the right choices? Because you're going to have a lot of other questions. As you make choices, it's going to tear it down more. And you're going to say, man, it's getting worse. Well, it's supposed to get worse. You do have to tear it down to build it back up, okay? So know that as you tear it down, which is at 9, as it's falling apart around you, it's going to have to crumble before you rise like a phoenix. And then look at this. You ultimately get that King of Pentacles. That King of Pentacles pops out there and says, ultimately, this will pay off. Ultimately, it will make sense, and ultimately, the universe will pay off in return. But ultimately, you will find your focus. You will figure out how the niche works, and you will get it to work. If you're in social media and the funnel's not working, the funnel will work because you're going to figure it out. You're going to get rid of things that aren't working. If you are in a situation where your employer hasn't been acknowledging you, get rid of the things that stand in your way and get out there and be acknowledged. If you are somebody who is writing a book and you can't get beyond chapter 3, then this is a week where you're going to get beyond chapter 3 because you're going to get rid of all the crap that doesn't fit in the book. Get rid of anything that really isn't serving you to get chapter 3 done, and then you'll be able to hit chapter 3. If you have, if you have products that aren't selling, stop selling them. Let them go. Find some retailer that will take them for next to nothing, even if you have to pretty much give them away. Donate them to a good cause. Donate them to a good cause so they can auction them off or something like that. That's even better. You gain from that because then you get exposure, but you get rid of your products, and then maybe certain products you need to keep because they work, and other products not so much. Again, use your empirical data and your knowledge to make these choices, and you'll be glad that you did. And then ultimately, look at this, the Magician. You make it happen. If you don't make it happen, no one will, and no one can. So you do it, you make the decisions, but again, ultimately your decisions will be a bit painful at first, but they'll pay off in the end, and you're going to be happy camper, a very happy camper. Now, this is going to be a process over a period of weeks, not just this week. So know that whatever you start this week and get rolling, you're going to have to be patient with the process, but ultimately the process will pay itself off. Have confidence, have understanding, and know that people around you aren't necessarily looking for you to succeed, but they're not really wanting you to fail either. So don't look to them to save you, but also they're not going to be your enemies either. Just know that you are on your own. You got to lift your own boat, raise yourself up. And when you do, other people will eventually come behind you and help you. But for now, you got to do it. Nobody else in line. Nobody. With that said, I hope this resonates with you in a way that you can put this to use and make yourself rise like the phoenix that you are. Hit that like, share, subscribe, and follow buttons. I'd appreciate it. Should you hit that subscribe button, you help me grow my channel, and that would help me immensely to get the message out. Other people need to hear this. They're going through this, and they need to know they are loved and supported. They need to know that they will be fine through this, that they may have to fight on their own, but they will ultimately get through this. And when you know that the energy is there, the universe is there for you, man, it raises you up. So share this out, help them. Additionally, subscribe and help me grow my channel. With that said, I'm going to let you go. Until next week, love, light, and blessings from me at Sonoran Mystic Tarot and my family. To you and yours. Have a great one.